them in. And I took them out by accident, but Fashion Week and TikTok. During my friend's Christmas box, they got my Christmas box, but they're opening it. They'll let me know when they open it. But I'm opening their Christmas box, because every year we'll send each other a Christmas box. So yeah, some things I know I got, sometimes I didn't know I got, but they like to hide some things, and then they like to give me things that I don't at least expect. Okay, first there's some things that I knew about. I don't know where mine is, but this is the Nigel from Rio McDonald's toy. Now I have him, I just don't know where he is. But I don't know where Joel is. Joel is probably one I would like to have again. But I think mine may have some scratches on it. But I can put him with my ones that are in my room already. Now, this I already have. And this I already have. And this one has a scratch on the face or on the nose. They bought themselves a Megamind as well. But the one that they bought came with the robot. No, the mech suit. No, I don't have the mech suit anymore, but I have the mech suit. I know where my Megamind is. I'm just trying to... I think I see him. This replacement is good. I mean, like I said, the only minimal on this replacement is the nose. Look at my original. His nose is overly blackened. His cheek has a scratch. His other cheek has a scratch. His ears have some scratches. The top of his freaking big brain has a bunch of scratches. You can see this replacement having like, he even has a freaking... He has a scratch on his freaking chin. Probably think that's a part of... Like, it's a literal scratch on his head. So them getting me a replacement Megamind is not... My original is dusty and scratch on the face. So again, giving me a replacement is good, because this one has nothing that bad except for the nose. Next is something that goes with something they got me in my birthday box. People are like, what? They got you Handy Manny for your birthday back in July? Excuse me, thank you very much. I watched Handy Manny as a kid. So them giving me Handy Manny as when I turned 24, it's kind of like peak nostalgia in a way. I watched Handy Manny, I watched Special Agent Oso. Yeah. Something connected to Handy Manny. They remember that the same store had another character. It's the screwdriver and the hammer. I forgot their names, but it's the screwdriver and the hammer from the same set. Yeah. And then there's some other things that I knew about. There's a Funko Pop that I wanted to get, but I was holding off on it and asked them if they could get it for me. Because they got me the GT Vegeta from the first wave. So they got me the GT Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. We will be taking them out in this video, so don't worry. And then there's a Funko Pop where they said, would you be mad if you got the chase? And I said I wouldn't be that mad. I didn't get the chase, but it's Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. Now, he's the only one I've actually seen in person. I have not seen Double D or Eddie. But I got Eddie. I got Ed. I got buttered toast. Yeah. Now... This is another thing I did not know about, but they know me. Michelangelo is my favorite Ninja Turtle. They know me. And then they fit some DVDs in here. The original The Strangers, and The Strangers, and I think this might be The Strangers sequel. But these are the original ones that came out before The Strangers Chapter 1 and The Strangers Chapter 2. Because like I said, these were the first 2 movies before they made The Strangers Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and next year's Chapter 3. So they're not, I think these are connected to each other, but they're not connected to the new ones that came out in the past. This is 2008, and this is 2000, and this one was 2018. And then a couple years ago, they started making Chapter 1, Chapter 2. Now, the next Funko Pops they got me are Funko Pops I didn't even know they were giving me. Another one that I saw at the same store that I saw Ed at a couple months ago was Carl Weezer. Yeah. Are you going to finish your croissant? I don't have anything, Carl. I wanted his mystery mini from GameStop from Five Below, and I never bought it, but now I got myself some Carl Weezer. Another one is kind of in fitting of this Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to, well, me. It's my first ever Funko SpongeBob Funko Pop, and he's Christmas-fied. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah. The next thing is a doll that I wanted for my birthday, but my dad was like, oh, why does she keep asking about Frankie Stein? Why does she keep asking about Frankie Stein? I'm like, excuse me, I asked for, you guys know this doll had a whole thing. It was going to be Target exclusive, then Target canceled it, became an Amazon exclusive, then the Amazon pre-orders got canceled, and then a year or so later, people were getting sent this doll for customer service. It was basically like a thing that people were getting sent for customer service. Like, telling customer service that your doll has a factory error or a lip chip, and they like, we'll send you so and so doll for your troubles. Some people got Twyla, some people got this doll here. They got this doll from the customer service before this doll even came out. I wanted it for my birthday. And my friends said they'd make sure to get it for me for Christmas. So, finally got Welcome Committee Frankie. After 2.5 years since this doll has been leaked and teased and all that jazz, finally I got the Pride. They're practically a Pride doll. I will not be making them wear that jacket. I will do a separate video on this. But, yeah, I'm very excited and I cannot wait to review them. So you guys will see a separate review on this Frankie doll. And that's a sticker. Should have been a pin, but that's a sticker right there. Should have been a pin, but it's a sticker. But yeah, let's get those Funko Pops opened up. First, we'll start with Vegeta from Dragon Ball GT. Ugh. He's very hefty because he's got a lot of hair. He's got a lot of hair. He's got that big bushy tail and a lot of hair. I like the gradient. The hair has a really nice gradient, and then there's the red outline on the eyes. They do that with a lot of, like, that's what he looks like in the show, with the red over the green eyes. And all the figures of this Vegeta always have it. I like the gradient on the pants too. It's like a pant gradient. There's no gradient on, like, the fur, on the tail and the body, but the shoes don't have a gradient either, but the shoes do have the yellow and the silver. He does come with a stand, but I'm sure he can stand on his own. But I'm probably going to use the stand to prevent him from plopping down or going, ooh, I'm going to fall down. But like I said, when I saw this figure in the box in stores, I didn't know it had a two-tone gradient, which means that the paint is the black and the brown is the color is an added color, because the head color is the skin. But yeah, I like the way this figure looks, and I'm happy to finally have it thanks to my friend. They do know me very well, and okay, yeah, the little hole goes in the little, and the big goes in the big. If it can cooperate with me, it doesn't want to cooperate with me, because Most of the time, these Funko Pop bases do not corroborate. I don't understand most of the time when they don't corroborate. Like, sometimes they don't corroborate because they made the hole too small for the feet. But to save video time, I'm not gonna put it on. But there he is again, the Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. Next, we'll be doing Ed. Very dusty. And I know his sister Sarah was a store Funko Shop exclusive. I know that. Eddie and Double D have bases, but Ed here can stand on his own. His stubbly hair, his freckles, his like cheesy grin, his red shirt, his green jacket, his purple pants, and his black shoes with the yellow. But yeah, and his weird shaped head, his little speckles right there. They did a great job making this figure look like Ed. Now he's gonna go eat a mattress. I mean, there's a thing he did in the show. Gonna go eat a mattress. That or it's gonna become the entire turkey. Carl Weezer's next. The Sheen Pop is creepy, but I will say, if you were lucky enough to get that signed by the voice of Sheen before he passed away, lucky you, because that it's got to be a prized possession in your collection. Prized possession. Carl Weezer does also have a stand. He might not be as troublesome as Vegeta though. He actually fit it. Didn't have any struggle with Carl Weezer, but Carl Weezer does have a little speckle flaw on his glasses, but it's like something to do with the paint. I like the way his glasses don't have lenses. There's no lens in there. You poke your eye out, kid. You poke your eye out. What are you, Ralphie? But he's got the Carl Weezer overalls, the Carl Weezer. Did you guys know that in the movie Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, Carl Weezer does not wear overalls, but he wasn't added overalls until the show. Just like with Cindy. Cindy in the movie wears a pink shirt, a pink button shirt, and has pigtails. But in the show, it's one ponytail. And she wears this, like, jeans, these dark jeans, black jeans, and a green, like, tank top. It's almost like a change. It's literally a change from Carl having no suspenders in the movie to having suspenders in the show. But also he has a really unique head shape too, because it's just how Carl is in the show. Carl Weezer. And next we'll do perfect for Christmas time, Patrick Star. Yay. Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. I should be like Mr. Krabs. Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. There is that. Sucking the candy cane. This, like, they really, Funko should have, oh look, he's got a backlining. Right there, he's got a backline. Funko has not, I don't know if they've now, like, this is an older release, but have they now, like, when it comes to newer Patricks, have they actually given him, like, his belly button, his back speckles, his, like, I know the Wedgie Pop is the recent one, the Wedgie Pop and the movie figure. But, yeah, there he is, sucking on that candy cane with his cheeks puffed, with this scarf. All he needs is a shirt, and then he'll be in like a little like beanie hat, and he'll be toasty woasty. I like how most of this is like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. Dragon Ball GT did air on Toonami, so and Toonami was Cartoon Network. So basically, everything is like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and Toonami. Because Toonami was, like I said, Toonami was Nickelodeon. But, yeah. Thanks to my friend for these Funko Pops and these two. The replacement. Do not, like I said, do not know what my original is, but I think my original may have a scratch nose. Not 100% sure. But yeah, I will see you guys in the video when I review Welcome Committee Frankie. Bye guys!